Starts Friday.
College football, starts on Friday.
Spectacular.
Starts
Navy
on
won.
Friday,
Navy beat Army.
Navy beat Army.
Big dubs.
Army can't play in their bowl game because too many Marshall players entered the portal.
Yep.
So they cancel that game.
No, I thought they got replaced. No.
Did they get replaced?
They
I didn't know.
probably
I didn't
replaced.
see if they got replaced or
I
not.
know that they replaced a few bowl games.
I did see Florida's
like Louisiana Tech.
Florida's going back to Gasparilla to play Tulane.
Yep.
So,
Tulane. Y'all better fucking piss all over Tulane, dude. But Lagway ain't gonna. None of these bros are gonna.
Lagway's gonna play. I think Lagway will play.
For real?
Lagway will play. I think Lagway will play. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of Honor. We're here. You got me. You got Devan, and we are back to talk all Week 15 games, give you our predictions for the college football bracket, the first college football bracket ever.
Some weird teams in
there. There's definitely some. We'll talk about it. There's definitely some weird.
I just wish that they would have put this in. Maybe not. I was gonna say pre NIL. It definitely would have answered a lot of questions, but I think for some of those seasons, the top dogs still would have came out on top.
For some reason, I was gonna just say or just not have NIL, but I really don't know how I feel about the NIL shit still.
Nah,
I still don't
cool.
know how I feel about it.
It's definitely spreads the love out.
I like that it makes more teams competitive, but I don't like how it's the same way. Like, okay, I'm gonna just hop in the portal, go make this, go make that. It's I mean, these players we're probably gonna see soon players 4 years, 4 different teams, 4 different just off of these 4 different NIL deals or whatever. I mean, it's just I don't know.
But I mean, when you think about it, there's 90% of the college football players, or more than that, aren't making the NFL.
Yeah.
So, go get your bag, do whatever. And even if you do make the NFL, probably not going to be good.
But I feel like I feel like there's an in between. Like I feel like at first it was like, oh man, players are gonna be able to make money off their name, and now it's like,
no, we got contracts for you.
Yeah, no, there's full on deals.
Yeah,
and it's like
apparently the dude who just got signed to Michigan, it was 4 years, $10 million or something.
Oh, well, I mean,
but that's just the Michigan contract. That's not any NIL.
When Arch went to Texas and his NIL was talked about. I mean, I don't know.
They threw a couple hundred bands at him the day he got there.
We'll discuss NIL another day, but we got all of Week 15's games all finished. Monday Night Football header just wrapped up, and
doubleheader,
just like we expected. Not too much excitement going on in either of those games. You know,
this week really. There were a few exciting games, and I think it's kind of what we expected.
I mean, pretty much
there was going to be some shit.
The 2 games that we were anticipating to be exciting were exciting. So I mean, let's just start from the 1:00 games. Obviously, we had Baltimore catching the dub against the New York Giants, and I will say, it is just nice. It's all right, Ravens beating the dog shit out of a crappy New York Giants team. It's that's cool.
It's nice.
It is nice to have a win where everything went right.
Yep.
And we didn't struggle and keep them in the game. I mean, if anything,
y'all came out early, scored.
I mean, I'd be pulling hairs if I had to critique things.
Sure.
But it'd be shit. It'd be shit. It's stuff that we're already. It'd be recycled problems this whole year. So, it was, I don't know. Ravens win. What was it? 35? Yeah, 35-14.
Bate was out there catching footballs.
Bateman was out there actually being a receiver. We don't need Deontay. I hope bro never suits up as a Raven again.
Yeah, no. What a dumb fucking thing to do.
Because you know how I really wish we would have handled him how Sanford handled Devondre.
Yeah, immediate. Well,
no, immediate. You're suspended for the rest of the year.
Well, no, he got suspended for. What, a game?
A game? No, you're sitting for the rest of the year. You're not going to another team. You're not going to a contender. You're sitting right here as wide receiver 8 or wherever we'll put you at. But no, 5 touchdowns from Lamar.
Passing touchdowns.
Almost a perfect passer rating.
Real close. I don't know how many incompletions you can have or whatever, but he was 54 point something.
50. Yeah, it was 54.6. It was very close to a perfect passer rating. He only had 4 incompletions,
Yeah.
5 touchdown passes. And I mean, like I don't know. It's like I'm a Ravens fan, so
Mm-hmm.
I always feel a little self conscious in terms like when it comes to like being biased.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never want to sound too biased, but it's like how can you not look at Lamar Jackson throwing the football this past Sunday? It's like I don't care if it was Pee Wee players out there defending
That.
those footballs. The balls the man was throwing,
Yeah.
they were
They're there.
I mean they were some of the best balls you could see from an NFL quarterback ever.
Period.
I mean, it's just that but that's just my personal opinion. I don't want to sound too biased because people are going to come in here and throw their Jared or not Jared Goff, maybe their
Josh
Jared
Allen.
Goff, but their Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, and they're going to freak out on me because
Yeah.
Lamar isn't as good as them. Well, to me, he is, and if
Yeah.
anything, I'm kind of over the whole MVP conversation thing. I mean, this definitely put Lamar right back in it.
Yeah.
Um,
But the narrative is a
the
real
narrative's
strong
crazy.
push. I mean,
And
Lamar is leading in almost every category for a quarterback except for or over Josh Allen, except for rushing touchdowns. Because
yeah,
bro's got
so
some fucking.
some
He doesn't have
sneakers.
Derrick Henry back there for the goal line push.
Yeah, he's got some sneakers in there. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, the narrative is, okay, Josh, like, I guess at this point, like, you do deserve it. Because if not now, when? But at the same time, it's also, well, you expect Lamar to have this MVP type season.
Yeah,
Same way, you can't even say, like, same way like Mahomes. Because, like, no, when Mahomes had MVP years, he was rewarded
of
for
course.
having MVP years.
And no, he had. Well, his first MVP was insane, um, but the way he's playing now, he shouldn't be in the conversation. But he's still what, fifth or some shit. Stupid.
Uh,
Um,
it's fine to me. He's top 3 in the race, and we got three more games to figure it all out. It's
mhm.
okay. But speaking of takes and MVPs, worst take I ever saw. Here we go. Worst. Maybe I'll try to just off the head remember one that I saw every episode. Worst take of the week.
From us.
No, from
Okay.
somebody else.
We should start
Anonymous.
doing that for ourselves.
Anonymous. I would love to go back and see our worst takes, but
Yeah, I know.
this was an anonymous person giving a take, and he said Aaron Rodgers is lucky that he got that one Super Bowl and one MVP in 2011. And then he goes, or else he would just be known as Drew Brees and just a bunch of empty calories.
First of all, Drew Brees is cool. Drew Brees doesn't have an MVP and is still up there. Um, A-Rod's got 4 MVPs and played in the Tom Brady murder era.
So at first,
Well, he was never really facing up against Tom. But
I was trying to think like, all right, obviously this is dumb because yeah, he has 3 MVPs
4.
on top. Or I'm saying he
Oh,
has
yeah,
3 on
on
top
top
of
of
it,
the
besides
one.
the one you're talking about, like
Yeah.
his 2011 season. Um, and just throughout his whole career, has just been one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah.
But then I realized like that's not the worst part of the take. The worst part of the take is saying that Drew Brees is looked at as a quarterback with empty calories.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
No, Drew's looked at as one of the top quarterbacks ever.
Tom, I feel like Tom Brady's success has gotten to like this weird way where it's like unless
I
you
know.
have,
Unless you have
it's
multiple
literally
Super Bowls.
you got to be Mahomes or Brady. Like
Right.
you got
That's
to
it.
be in that
That's
area.
1A, 1B. That's 1-2. And then everyone else is dog shit. Joe Montana is now dog shit because Brady's got a few more bowls. Um,
Oh yeah, it's like Peyton Manning means his playoff career means nothing
nothing.
to people.
Um,
But people will give Peyton his credit, but also I don't know. People just don't like Aaron Rodgers. That's really what it is.
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to get any better.
No, well,
Um,
we'll see next year is the end. That will be if he
you
has
know that.
an
Well,
is it
I mean,
no if he
but
repeat
even for the career that he's already had, we can look at this Jets era the same way we look at Brett Favre's dick pic era, and just push it off and say he won his 3 MVPs or whatever, and we're cooling. Um, but but no, A Rod's that dude. He still has the chance to be that dude. Um, yeah, Tom's cool. But no, I mean
Tom's
Drew
cool.
Brees.
Drew
By the
Brees
time he
definitely.
retired, led every all-time
Yeah,
category.
in no world is Drew Brees looked at as empty calories.
No.
Cincinnati versus Tennessee.
If Drew Brees didn't have a Super Bowl, fuck you. Why
Yeah,
are we doing what ifs?
I mean he's absolutely. Well, Drew. I mean he does though.
No, I'm saying if.
Oh. Sorry. Yeah, but it's like Drew doesn't have an MVP. It's like okay, if
Cool.
Matt Stafford
He
didn't
should
win
have
his,
won MVP a bunch of years.
if Matt Stafford didn't win his Super Bowl, I'd still say, I mean, he obviously
He's
wouldn't
empty
be.
calories. He
He
was
wouldn't be.
slinging balls on the worst team in football.
We would talk empty calories.
Exactly.
But all right, Cincy
With
versus
one of the greatest receivers of all time.
yeah, Cincy versus Tennessee.
It's like A-Rod was throwing it to white boys. Yeah.
Obviously, since he came off with the dub, and I just want to say, since he like, I know it's not possible, but I really wish we could get them in the wild card spot
I know.
instead of some of these teams like Denver or like Indy being up
Indy,
in the
yeah.
hunt. It's like, no, I would much rather see this Cincinnati team in the playoffs, even though it's like it would be a waste or a wash because we know what would happen because of their defense. But it's like Joe Burrow is a good defense away from having a better MVP case than pretty much anybody.
Everybody, yeah.
But obviously, because who knows what his numbers would look like if he
Yeah.
had even
If they got the ball back,
just a subpar defense.
yeah, exactly.
But
you know, they there should be like a throw in.
It should be or shit. I mean,
or a swap out.
Pull an NBA. Play for that last.
Pull a Florida State. Undefeated. Quarterbacks hurt. Flip them out.
Pull an NBA. Make them last two. Because let's be real. In the NBA, that last 10, 8, 10, or
it's all
9. What? Jesus Christ.
Tight as
9, 8 to 10.
8 to 10.
7 to 10. 8, 7, 8, 9, 10.
7, 8, 9, 10.
7 to 10. Doesn't really matter. But if you had a chance to swap out, the top two, in the hunts with the bottom two wild cards, that could change up a lot.
A ton.
That could change up a lot.
I mean, we're probably going to get to a world where there's going to be some more playoff teams.
Yeah, we keep adding one game every like 3 or 4 years.
They're going to have to add another playoff team.
They'll have to add
another
this shit
out.
Team. But I can't wait for a new head coach to be in Cincinnati. Even as a Ravens fan, it's like, I mean, I know it's gonna hurt us. It's gonna be bad. Like it would.
You think they're a head coach away from being dominant?
I mean, I think some some extra competence at that position would definitely.
What's bro's name? Zach something.
Zach Taylor.
Zach Taylor.
But I just feel like maybe
I was gonna say Zach Stacy, but
maybe don't say Zach Stacy because you might get thrown into a wall. But.
Maybe.
If they were to get a new head coach, I do feel like I thought Belichick. Once I saw Belichick's name getting thrown around, I was like, man, you could throw Belichick over there.
In the ACC now.
Get some defensive minded player over there or coach over there, and you might be able to start cooking. But no,
there's a lot of jokes being made about Bill. It's starting to get like weird.
What do you mean?
Where I don't know, it just turned into like this weird thing about how he likes young women. So he's coaching college kids. I don't know. There's a lot of weird jokes about Bill.
Like
because he's got that 24-year-old girlfriend.
I mean, we even made a joke like she enrolled. Like
sure, but it's like I don't know. It's very odd.
Oh, you're saying like his the demographic he's into led him to his decision?
That's what people. It could have.
I haven't even seen those jokes, but that is
funny. Maybe she just wanted to go to graduate school and suck an old penis.
All right. Okay. I don't know what
That's
I
our
had.
full-time job, bro.
Okay. Dallas versus Carolina.
Yeah.
So Carolina fans, remember
Pipe down.
remember what I was saying, right?
Pipe the
So
fuck
you
down.
remember what I was saying, like, and I didn't even shit on Bryce Young.
No one shit on him. It was just like, chill the fuck out.
It was a 3-game stretch of losses with decent performances, and literally one drop from Leggett, and they're like, and his receivers, none of them can catch. It's like, okay, all right, let's calm down. But you just go back 4th loss in a row, and he's right back to looking how he did the beginning of the season and his rookie season, and but that's the problem. If I take this one game and go, whoa, look,
Yeah, no.
they're gonna go, oh well, it's
Oh, it's
one
only one
game,
game. Yeah,
it's
give
just the
me
second
the other
game.
16 games.
Give me the other 16 games, but then pick out 3 that you liked and you
Yeah,
thought he looked
exactly.
good.
Yeah,
Still lost, couldn't manage to get a
yeah,
win out of any of them,
yeah.
and say that he's gonna progress next season. I don't know.
Now, granted, if Carolina does put up a better team around him, he can be decent, but he's not a level of like MVP or taking over a franchise or maybe even a decent quarterback. I don't know how good he'll be. I don't think he's going to be that good.
I mean, they are lucky to be in a NFC South where next season they might not need too much to push for
But I don't
that
know if they
that
have the
division.
ownership or GM capabilities to get players.
I don't know. I mean, they
Maybe.
honestly, I don't. It's yeah. I mean, I don't know who wants to go where because of why. You
Yeah.
know, like at this point, it's like I mean, you might just like the East Coast and want to live in Carolina. You might you might have a chance to be wide receiver 1, or you might have a chance to start at linebacker. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think Carolina obviously can make moves, and they did before drafting Bryce Young because everybody said they did and said that they had this squad that that they built
The
around
Hayden
Bryce
Hurst,
Young, and they were
Adam
gonna,
Thielen, Miles Sanders squad.
and it was nothing.
And then they went back mid-season and they go, the team around Bryce Young is just not good. And it's like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
are we doing
yeah.
now?
So I don't know how to gauge
Same thing with
Bryce
Caleb Williams. It's like, they got a
Young.
playoff ready squad. And now it's like, yeah, no,
Hmm.
Keenan's washed. Fucking
Yeah,
they all stink. DJ Moore's trash. And it's like, all right.
the Bears were playoff ready when Caleb Williams got drafted, and
Yes.
by their bye week, it was
They
like
were playoff locks, dude. The Jets and the
by
Bears were playoff locks. They were locked.
Jesus
They're like,
Christ.
holy shit, Garrett Wilson on and the greatest defense ever assembled. Yeah, bullshit.
Um, Mahomes,
Yeah.
Kansas City versus Cleveland. Mahomes getting rolled up.
Oh,
They
yeah.
said not a break.
But week to
Uh,
week.
Week to week, questionable to play next week. But they never said what the injury was, so I'm just gonna assume a sprain.
I think it's a high ankle sprain.
Maybe just a pretty bad sprain.
Yeah. He's dealt with
Um,
that before, I think.
but see, that's the thing. It's
Like was it last playoffs where he was hobbling on that bitch?
I was just gonna say
Or a few ago? I don't know.
I don't know who I was talking to, but it was I'm pretty sure I was like, bro, like when is Patrick Mahomes not battling ankle issues?
That's what I'm saying.
Like I'm pretty sure, like bro's low key like Steph. Like no, he's gonna like he won 2 Super Bowls in a row, and I'm pretty sure these last 2 years has been battling ankle injuries
In
or
one form
dealing.
or another, yeah.
It's like one here and there. It just has had problems or has tweaked his ankle,
Yeah, yeah.
and this isn't the first time this season that he's tweaked or turned and it looked a little awkward.
Yeah.
And
He
he
got hit
also,
earlier in the year.
and I don't know if it's just like it could be bait, but I don't know if you notice every time he gets sacked, especially low, the way he flails. He flails so
He flails
awkward.
very poorly.
And I don't know if maybe it's maybe in a way it's like you flail and try to get to the ground and not have so much jerky. Like I don't know,
Maybe.
maybe there's a tactic or some reason behind it, but Mahomes week to week not broken, questionable for next week. Honestly, this is just on this is really just going to give them more reason to go 3-peat. Like
Of
this
course.
is there's I'm not worried. I'm not.
Now, Jameis looked like Jameis. What 4 or 5 picks, something like
Uh,
that.
what was the final count for Jameis's interceptions?
I think he had 4, and I think their backup had 1.
Yeah, no, obviously Jameis Winston did not look good at all. He only threw 3.
Oh well.
There you
Well,
go,
they had 6. They had 5 on the day. I think. Did
bro.
DTR go in?
Bro, yeah. Yes, he did
Okay.
go in. And then
Nick Chubb
God.
broke his foot
Yeah, Nick Chubb breaks his foot. Another, another injury for Nick Chubb. So
after the
honestly,
season.
get Nick out of
Dead ass,
Cleveland.
dude.
Give like I don't know where he needs to go, but bro needs to go somewhere else. Maybe just really, really, really rehab. At least it's not like something crazy like you didn't destroy your knee. You
He didn't
broke your
fuck up his
foot.
knee again. Yeah.
So, I take that
A
over
broken
any.
foot's so weird though. It's like
Yeah.
so many little shits in there.
I feel like it's more of just waiting for it to heal.
Yeah.
Than anything,
Yeah.
But we're not doctors, so it doesn't matter.
Not yet.
And speaking of not being doctors, a really bad injury that definitely I don't know. It was weird because so it was Grant DeBose.
Dubois. Dubose.
He
I've
gets
never
hit.
heard the name before yesterday.
Well, he's a rookie for
Okay.
Miami, and he gets hit in the head. And I don't want to like downplay the hit, but it was I don't want
It
to
was a
call
weird
it
hit.
I don't want to call it routine, but I want to just like I'd say I've seen more players get up from it from that type of hit than it be something like that critical.
Of course.
But I mean like we saw Tua run into a chest
Yeah.
and what happened.
Go out.
So
Yeah.
honestly, it might just be you get hit in just the right spot and you go out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, what was really scary was at one point, I mean, you once you get like 3 or 4 commercial breaks in,
Yeah.
and they're still like working on him
They're
on the
still
field,
not zooming in.
and the announcer started to talk about like they said like they had an EKG machine on him.
Yeah.
Like his shirt was cut off and he was all neck braced and getting put onto the stretcher. And I mean, as of now, I mean they said movement in his extremities.
Yeah.
But this could almost I don't want to speculate, but like was it
Shazier.
what was his well, it was Shazier, but God, I don't want to get the name wrong. Seattle. Remember Seattle on the punt return? He's going back to block, runs into him, and he jams up. What was his name?
I can't remember.
I'll pull that up. But it was just I don't know. It was bad, and that's that. To besides that, I mean, there was a game that had to be played, and a game to be finished. But I look at that as like, a game like that or an injury like that was almost like DeMar. It's like, how does Buffalo go out and even want to play a football game?
Or any of those guys. I mean, what's his nuts? It was weird that it was these two teams.
Ricardo Lockett.
Any relation?
Lockett. No,
I don't think they were related.
I was gonna say the other Lockett,
Tyler.
Ricardo Lockett.
Gotcha.
But it's just
Tyler Lockett. I don't think has ever been hurt.
Tyler Lockett. He's one of them receivers that
he get down.
He will fall to the ground before he lets you tackle him, and I think that is the best. That's my favorite type of receiver.
It's awesome.
Like if Zay could learn how to get continue his shifty ways, but then just
catch it, go down
to the ground.
Yes.
I would love that. But besides that, Houston, they were able to win. But I like I said, like how does Miami even continue? Like, do they really like? I don't really see Miami having that much of a drive to win or even want to play a football game after that.
I'm not sure they have all year. They stink.
Well, I mean, this was the last game. I mean, we said like this is it. Like, this will be the deciding factor on if their playoff hopes are crushed or not. And I think that they were already pretty slim before going into this game. But with all that being said, Still not that impressed by Houston.
No, yeah, I was gonna say like it's they do catch a dub. They're what up to 9 wins now, I think.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, just never really turned it on this season. Same thing with the Chiefs. It's like they're winning.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool, but
They're winning, but it's I can't even say Houston's like the Chiefs because we all know like the Chiefs have just been skating by,
yeah,
but also have not really turned it on yet.
yeah, they have the ability to turn it. We don't know if this is the
Houston could
ceiling
have
of
been
potential.
on. Like Houston could have left the oven on since week 1 and
Yeah,
we just don't even know it.
we have no
Like
idea.
we have no clue. Jets Jags,
Yeah,
that was a game.
yeah.
It happened.
The
Let's talk about your game. Your
Jags
game
diarrhea.
your
We
game was
are
more important.
jackasses.
So, Washington versus New Orleans. Y'all catch the dub.
We got up
Nice.
early.
Y'all got up early, and you know, I mean, how do you feel about it? Before I give my take on your team,
Um, it's a win.
it's a win.
Um, it's a problem that it was close against Zesty, Jake Hayner, and Spencer Rattler. Did you see those pictures of Jake Hayner?
Okay, no, you're
Are
not gonna
those
do this
fake?
to me. You're not gonna do this to me. I asked you that last episode. I said y'all get to play Jake Hayner, the guy with the photos, and I did this last episode. I hit this. I even hit that, and I asked you. I was like, bro, do you know who I'm talking about? And you're like, I don't know.
Damn,
And now
I had no
now you
idea.
know who he is. Yeah, no. I even put him
I
in
was
the I
talking
put
to
him
someone and they're like, "Yeah, he's got weird photos," and I was like, "Cool."
I put it in the thumbnail. I put bros in the
I
thumbnail.
didn't
Like
even know
literally,
who Jake Hayner was.
I only knew him because of his rookie photos.
Damn.
He has the funniest rookie photos ever. Um, but yeah, y'all do go up early, and it was more of just I don't know. Y'all just seemed to slow it down at some point.
We tapered.
Um,
Um, yeah,
they
McLaurin had a huge first half.
he had a huge catch,
He had a huge catch.
and I don't want to take anything away from Jaden Daniels, but
That was a bad ball.
like he's lucky
Yes.
that he has Terry McLaurin to throw
Yeah,
to.
scary Terry. Yeah.
Like you know, okay, if he's gonna throw that type of ball, if Terry's in the area,
Yeah. He's gonna move for it. Yeah.
like but like if you didn't have a receiver at that caliber,
If you threw
hopefully
that to a tight end, shit's getting mushed.
like hopefully he doesn't throw that ball to anybody else.
Yes.
That type of ball to anybody else except Terry. But
Terry.
honestly, was that even intended to go to Terry, or did Terry just jump in front of everybody and take it?
Yeah, I thought it was. I'm not sure who the other guy in the area was, but
It may not have even been intended for him. But New
either
Orleans
way,
got ballsy. They could have went to OT.
I
I
know.
honestly don't know why. I mean, I would have liked it. I mean, honestly, I
And
know
the
why.
way that we played the entire second half, go to OT.
Could have taken OT.
Now it would have really sucked if we lost that game on a
Yeah,
2 point conversion, but
yeah.
yeah, real stupid from the not Dennis Allen led Saints. No one knows who the
The
guy is,
non
but
Dennis
it's
Allen
not Dennis Allen.
led Saints. All right, let's get into a game that matters. That mattered. That actually was meaningful.
The Cowboys game.
Not the Cowboys game. The Buffalo Bills taking on the Detroit Lions.
Damn.
God. So let's take. I'm gonna take all of my the Bills Mafia madness. Just put those bozos aside.
Yeah.
It was a very entertaining game. I wouldn't mind a Super Bowl rematch for these two teams.
Fuck no. Yeah.
It would be a fantastic.
Honestly, if these teams matched up in the Super Bowl, it would probably be like a Rams Patriots.
Rams Patriots. Well, I hope not. I hope
Fucking
not.
6-9.
I think both teams, obviously. Well, I not think I know. I mean, both teams played their asses off.
Yeah.
I think obviously the turning point was to me. I mean, maybe not to you, but to me, the very, very, very premature onside kick.
Was that 12 minutes?
12 minutes to go. down 10 points. 12 minutes to go. And we talked about
This
this
is
last.
this is what I said.
What's up?
Shit seems real cool and ballsy, and you can call it ballsy until it doesn't go well.
Well, remember I asked you. I said, is he ballsy or does he have a lack of confidence in his defense?
Well, there's definitely a lack of confidence in the defense,
And
but still, it's like, no, it's cool to make these decisions, but the second they go wrong, it's your ass.
it's bad. And I mean, not to mention Matt Collins takes it to the 4-yard line.
Exactly.
And then they immediately let them score again. I mean, I don't want to say the game was given to Buffalo because Buffalo played their asses off.
Yeah.
But I think it would
that
have been
needs to not happen.
I think it would have been a very different game if there was if they started at the 20-yard line with 12 minutes to go and didn't pretty much.
Nothing to say that it couldn't have gone the same way, but it's a fucking bad look. It's bad for morale for the team. It's a stupid move.
They could have taken six minutes off the clock and still punched it in, but they could have. Josh could have threw a pick. I mean, we really don't know. Besides that, we kind of already talked about the whole Josh Allen status for MVP. It's gonna be like, I mean, I guess unless like Lamar has 5 touchdown passes a game for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
They're probably just gonna hand it to Josh.
Well, I think they handed it to Josh after he beat the Chiefs, and that was fucking what, week 13.
But I don't know. I do think voters. I don't think voters are that stupid.
I hope not.
If voters are that stupid, then we're calling Lamar's 2 MVPs. We're putting an asterisk on those, and I ain't doing that.
But Lamar is having a better season,
100%,
than both of his MVP years.
100%.
He's already got 34 passing touchdowns.
He's supposed to, Devin. He's supposed to be better than ever. Bills beat the Lions. Like I said, I would not mind this being the Super Bowl matchup at the end of the year.
We probably won't get it. We're not going to get a Super Bowl that we want to see.
This is a Super, but this is very possible.
A Super Bowl level, yeah, for sure.
This is very like this could be easily 2 teams in the Final Four.
Yeah.
At the end of this year, the only killer would be David Montgomery.
I know.
Out for the season, which
I'm pissed.
I mean,
he's on my fantasy team.
I don't want to downplay it or give it put just go way overboard and say it's over. But this is gonna change a lot.
Yeah, not having the dual threat back there is gonna suck.
That 1-2 punch with Gibbs and Montgomery.
He's more their power guy. But I mean,
that's a whole
if you are going to have one of your top running backs go out, it's cool to have Jahmyr Gibbs.
It's great to have Jahmyr Gibbs, but you are you're completely throwing out a large part of your scheme. Jahmyr don't get them plays off.
No,
they don't get to. They don't get.
I mean, they're definitely gonna.
Legs and,
I think they're probably gonna run with 2
running
backs.
They'll have to.
But they got enough schemes and shit going on where they can make this work well.
We can't pretend like it's the same. Like, obviously, it's like, oh yeah, no. JK goes down. It's nice to have Gus, but
I don't think it'd be the same thing as losing Amon-Ra. Maybe, I don't know. It does suck. I was trying to think of a worse loss to have. This one's pretty bad.
It's bad. It's pretty bad. I would be very worried as a Lions fan. I would be very concerned. I mean,
I'd be more concerned with the defense.
Oh well, that too. I mean, they're continuing the injury bug on the defensive side. They're gonna be flush by the end of this season. I don't know what their defense is gonna look like, but no, David Montgomery going out. That's bad. That's not good.
Yeah, no, not
good. Indy versus Denver. So
terrible.
All right. I don't want to say that this could have changed the game or changed the outcome, but I will say after the Jonathan Taylor blunder, they crumbled.
Yep.
They had receivers throwing pick sixes and just it was a mess moving
They're a
forward.
crumble of a team.
I mean,
They'll show some signs of good play, and then it's snap.
I mean,
Gone.
bro. JT runs off. He runs for his beautiful touchdown, and does the. And I don't know why. I don't know how we're still doing this.
I don't know how we're still doing it.
I really
it should
don't
be
get
burned into any NFL player's brain that you will take that ball and you can place it down in the end zone.
Like,
Put it on the ground.
Like, there's
We
no
should turn this
way.
into rugby where you got to touch that bitch on the ground.
There's no way you cannot. I don't know, bro. It's like we can't get on these players' heads for hitting players too late or not being disciplined enough to know when to get their head around and not be holding on to a receiver, and then just the easiest, the most simplest thing you could do, the most simple thing you could do in the NFL
is walk into the end zone,
crossing the goal line, and not dropping it before you cross that goal line.
This should be taught. This should be taught on every team.
Whoa, what's that? Whoa, just wipe your screen or wipe your camera.
Oh, did I spit on my camera?
Maybe you
Gross,
did.
dude.
Whoa, that was a spit take. That was disgusting.
Ew.
That was funny.
Am I a spitter?
But no, the Taylor blunder led to just an absolute crumble for the Colts. And sadly, we're gonna have to watch Denver play in the playoffs probably, and I definitely don't want to see that. And the AFC bottom half, not bottom half, but the bottom of the AFC wild card picture is definitely looking super weak.
It's desolate. It's bad down there.
It's bad. So you can pretty much give the top.
Shit, even the top of the AFC.
Top three
Chiefs
teams
stink.
Yeah, but the top three teams are getting a bye week.
Essentially.
Top three teams are getting a bye week, and then if it's either Baltimore or Pittsburgh at that fifth seed, and then Houston, it's like, all right, then we'll have a game. But besides that, it's bye weeks.
Well, if the Ravens win the division, bye week. The Steelers, they're good.
Well, let's talk about it.
Talk about the Steelers.
Let's talk about it. Steelers catching L. Steelers catching L, and one that was so important. So important. They're now just a game ahead of the Ravens, and are facing the Ravens next week. So once the Ravens, if they are,
in Baltimore,
Ravens are in control of their destiny right now.
Yeah.
They beat the Steelers. They went out. There you go.
Boopity swoop.
I really, really, really don't want to get my hopes too high.
Yeah.
Because I pretty much started to just accept the fifth seed, and it just be like, all right.
Yeah, but again, like I think the second that we looked at the last 4 games on Pitt's schedule,
that's true.
We were like, yeah, this is
this could have easily. I mean, I
10-7 football team.
I feel like there is a world where the Steelers. I don't know. It's like they were so gung ho on containing Saquon.
Yeah.
That they let Jalen.
They let AJ mush through him.
They let Jalen. I mean, to me, look as good as he's looked all year.
Yeah, for real.
Just as the playmaking quarterback that he's supposed to be. And still, I mean, containing Saquon. It's like he still had 65 yards. Like they didn't really. I mean, for a Saquon performance, sure.
Yeah.
But
now Saquon's probably not going to break the rushing record, but Saquon being out there and putting up some yards is still important. But yeah, no, it's good to see their passing game get going.
This might also, I mean, I don't know if I'm crazy, but does this affect the Opoi race at all?
Who are we looking at for Opoi? Jamar and Saquon?
I mean, to me, you're looking at what? Best receivers, best running backs, but if Josh Allen wins MVP, you gotta throw Lamar's name in there.
It's true.
Sorry. You gotta throw bro's name in there.
But it's rare that I can't remember even when the last quarterback OPY was.
Peyton?
It's probably Drew Brees or something.
Peyton Manning?
Maybe Peyton.
Hey man, there could have
I
been.
think Drew Brees won after that or some shit. I can't remember.
Honestly,
But
there could have been one more recent, and we just don't really remember. But
yeah, probably not.
it
A
definitely
Rod maybe.
the more and more and the MVP becomes a just simple flat out
Quarterback race.
quarterback award. It's almost like they're
I
probably
mean, we
looking at.
should deadass just change the name.
Well, no,
You have the best receiver,
I
best
think
running back.
if until you genuinely, I don't think so because I know it's looked at as a quarterback award, but
There is a possibility for now. They do have to put up the most insane stats for a running back now. It could be like the Heisman where someone could be close to breaking a record and not win it. Like if Saquon broke the record this year and they still give it to a quarterback because the
okay.
quarterback
But
is
can
more
you?
important.
But like that's the thing though. Are you really gonna say Saquon's more valuable than Josh Allen,
No.
Lamar
So
Jackson?
like what is the like if
Most
Josh Allen
valuable.
and Lamar have this type of season and they continue it and Saquon, God forbid, breaks the rushing record,
Mm-hmm.
he's not winning it.
He's not
Maybe.
winning it at all, but I think that the MVP being a quarterback award, being looked at that way, it just shows like, all right, if you really want to win it, be more valuable than the best quarterback in the league, and
Bro.
be more as a non-quarterback, be more valuable than the top
But
three quarterbacks in the league.
you would have to prey on quarterbacks to just have a real down year.
But it doesn't have to be a down year. You could have a quarterback with an average year.
Yeah, yeah.
You could have you. I mean,
No, I mean,
it's
yeah, I
just.
mean, compared to MVP level, yeah.
I mean, when do we look at Jalen Hurts as an MVP?
When?
When?
When do we or did he?
Have we? Never. We don't really.
No.
It's like no, Jalen Hurts is great, but it's never
Yeah.
been like Jalen Hurts is. He's a
I
fucking
think people have
MVP.
talked about it in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe like in the city of Philadelphia, they talked
um,
about it. But no,
Saquon's
beautiful.
not winning it.
Saquon's not winning it. Beautiful loss for the AFC North if you are a Ravens fan.
Gorgeous. And
Um,
I'm cool with Philly winning. I mean, they're gonna win the division, so
yeah, Philly's
don't bother
definitely
me.
winning that division, and it's gonna be interesting. It'll be interesting that NFC East if you know
The two teams in the NFCs, the other two are
the two remaining teams in the NFC East.
yes,
Pittsburgh, Philly, Tampa, LA.
nice.
I told you Big Baker was
We
coming. I
we
told you
like
Big
that.
Baker was coming to town. Obviously,
Walk in your trap, take over your trap.
Mike Evans had an insane game. He keeps playing this way. Bro's going to catch that 11th consecutive 1,000-yard year.
Hmm.
He was
Do we
supposed
know
to.
what he's at?
I can't. I could find where he's at, but I know that 2 weeks ago he had to average 99.9 for the
You're
rest of the
right.
year, and he had over 100. And then this game, he had 159.
Oh,
So yeah, bro is going to get to that 11th consecutive.
they're gonna do anything. Like Mike is gonna play Week 18, regardless of
Absolutely.
anything going on.
Well, I mean, if Atlanta
They're
continues
not
to
in the spot to. Well, they
no,
are.
yeah, well, I mean,
If
unless
Atlanta
it's
falls, then
but no, I'm saying if Atlanta continues to
yeah, no, they're definitely
stay
gonna have to play
around,
it. Yeah.
they're gonna play this whole year, and yeah,
But yeah,
he's gonna
what
get that 11th
what was
season.
the game? 16-17 at some point,
It was a very close,
and
yeah,
then it was
16. It was or 13 to
40 to
17.
17,
Yeah, it was 13 to 17,
and
and
that's
the Bucks just took off. Bucky
I'm done.
Irvin. I mean, it's just I don't know.
Good
I
for
can't
Bucky.
tell.
He's a rookie, right?
Yeah, I can't tell if the Bucks are just like not lightning in a bottle, or just like they're they're like their ceiling, right? Their
Yeah.
ceiling to me is a playoff win.
Yes.
But then when you see them just dominate like this,
Yeah, I know.
it's like, and then you think like you remember, it's like, well, who's the only other team besides Buffalo to beat Detroit?
The
Tampa.
Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay. I mean, and then did Tampa? Yes, no. Tampa beat Minnesota as well.
Oh,
If I mean, I'll pull that up. But I want to. There was
I
another
think so.
win. There was another big win. That the Bucks caught. If I can go over to it.
I think they've had a few, but they've
Um,
looked great all year, outside of a few
it's
games.
Philly. Sorry, Philly.
Okay,
Philly. They beat
yeah.
Detroit and Philly.
But yeah, I mean it's definitely a team that can catch a heater and yeah, like you said, catch a playoff win. But I don't really think they have championship hopes.
But
They may have hopes, but
they walk in 11-6. Chris Godwin returns. Who knows? You catch an injury
the
riddled
NFC's gettable.
you catch an injury riddled Detroit defense and you knock them out.
Or they play us week one or whatever and
But I'm saying
walk
if
right all
somebody
over us.
catches Detroit, it's open.
If someone catches
It's
Detroit
open.
on a bad defensive day, and
I don't know who's representing the NFC in the Super Bowl if
no,
somebody catches Detroit.
we know who's representing the AFC.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious who's representing the AFC.
Now, the only reason I say this is so that I can be shocked when they do lose.
See, I'm saying it in hopes that like I'm speaking it into non-existence.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Like that we sound stupid right now.
like no, if like because if
Like I
we're
hope I
so
sound really stupid saying that the Chiefs are locked. And I hope they lose in the first round.
that'd be beautiful. But it's not gonna happen. They're
Like I
representing.
honestly, I still don't have much hope in Washington to do anything. But as long as the Chiefs don't win, I'm more
But
than
if
happy.
Washington catches a bad injury-riddled Detroit defense, one game, the NFC is wide open and Washington could be making a Super Bowl run. Like that's what I'm talking about. This
I would
NFC
buy a Jaden McDaniels jersey.
is so you should already have it in your cart.
Nah, I gotta. I have a.
It should already be in your cart.
I got what's his nuts, Jahan Dotson.
The one that's not on the team. Yeah, no. Jaden Daniels should be in. His jersey should be in your cart
Dude,
already.
for when he started to blow up and play well, jerseys were impossible to find.
For sure.
Everyone bought his jersey. He had the number one selling jersey in the NFL for a little bit.
Go on NFL.com. Get you a nice. Get the black one. The black's the best one.
Black's hard as fuck.
The black goes the craziest. Green Bay versus Seattle. Now look, I know Gino got hurt, but it was mid third quarter. But like, do you see what I mean? Like when I say like, okay, maybe Seattle isn't bad, or like how I put it, I say Seattle sucks. Maybe they don't suck.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, in a bad year for the NFC West, Seattle is pushing for a division championship.
For sure.
So they look good. What? Because they're spending the whole year leading their division and catching teams but it's like in reality, there are levels to this shit. They don't touch the Green Bay Packers, and I don't know where I hold Green Bay.
No,
but I know it's way higher than Seattle.
Way higher than Seattle. No, it's like playing like high school football, but it's you're playing what are they called? Based off the size of the school.
Oh, like a 1A, 2A.
Yeah.
Like
if you're playing
a 2A,
a 6A playing a 2A,
yeah,
it's like
there's levels.
There's like you could be good, you could be a good 3A team, but you hit a 7A team from Texas, you're fucked.
You could be 3A state champs.
Exactly. But they're cool.
Yeah, they're. That's the thing. Yeah, Seattle's like 3A.
Yeah.
Green Bay's like 4 or 5A. You know, like 4 or 5. There's there's
it's a different level.
All right, Devin. Let's give our MVPs. We got MVPs to give out, and honestly, there's a top 4 for me, and it's it's who doesn't make it, and where do the 3 rank?
Yeah.
Who do you got? Because I got 4 quarterbacks.
I have 2 for sure. Who are your other?
I got Lamar Jackson. Obviously, 21 to 25, 290, 5 tutties, 65 rushing yards. Josh Allen, 23 to 34, 362, 2 tutties, 68 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, 25 to 32, 290, 2 touchdowns, 45 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown. And then you had Baker, 22 to 27, 288 yards, 4 touchdowns with an interception.
Not a lot of interceptions this year.
No, not a lot. No,
that aren't coming out of Cleveland.
Yeah, and it's like if you are throwing interceptions, you're throwing touchdowns at least too.
Yeah.
Like Jordan Love.
Yes.
But and that was like not even me making fun of him. That was a serious like.
No, yeah.
That was like a backhanded compliment to
Jordan.
Love.
Probably got the most out of some of the top quarterbacks.
I mean, he's definitely double digits.
Most pros are sitting under double digits right now.
He was sitting at like 15 and 10 at some point.
Yeah.
But I would say just off of, sadly off of narrative, I think Baker doesn't make the cut.
Yeah.
Because you're playing against the worst defense probably out of the not out of the four. The Giants are the worst, but it's just, I mean, just in comparison, it's like Lamar had 5 touchdown passes.
Yes.
Through 4 incompletions, 65 rushing yards on top of that, and like 25 of them rushing yards, he was pulling his pants that were falling down.
Did you hear what he said? He was like, "I felt wind on my ass."
I felt wind on my butt.
I was like, "Cool." Nah, he said he's like his tights fell under his pants or whatever.
Yeah.
It was cold. He's still the funniest dude.
Lamar's hilarious.
He needs to be put further out into the media.
Not yet. Let him retire.
No, I'm just saying, like, his name needs to be.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, if you're a Ravens fan, you see Lamar every day talking.
No, I know, but not everyone else sees him talking his shit. He's funny as fuck.
Lamar is hilarious. But
belongs to Baltimore, dude.
Baker's not going to be in my top 3 this week. And obviously, you look at Jalen Hurts putting up that performance against that defense.
Against the Steelers.
Because you got to think about it. It's like you walk in every week with a Saquon, and Saquon's been doing what Saquon's been doing. You don't got to go in there and throw 25 32, 290, run for what? 45 and a rushing touchdown.
And I think just the sheer fact of, like, just being able to have both sides to where, like, you could have a entire defense scheme for Saquon. And then you get lost in the fact that they got some good receivers out there.
And give Jalen his fucking credit.
No, I know.
No, but you're like.
But no, but Jalen, most of these weeks is throwing the ball, what, 19, 25 times? They're not slinging it out there.
But no, the question is who goes where? Because to me, I think Hurts put up the best performance, performance to defense ratio, defensive skill, defensive competition, whatever you want to call it.
Definitely, by far the best.
Obviously Josh Allen. I mean, with the, just the game of the week and playing against the Detroit Lions,
and it's tough not to. I don't know, like. We came into this week looking at this game like not like the most important game of the week, but this shows a lot.
Yeah.
Now Detroit being injured on defense doesn't help the case, but Detroit also had the ability to offensively put them away.
And you're
by scoring 42.
And you're a premature onside kick away from probably only having 1 passing touchdown from Josh Allen. Because that was one of his passing touchdowns did come from that 4-yard,
yes,
where they started. And I'm not trying to take credit from Josh Allen, but I'm saying, I'm pointing it out. I would do the same damn thing about Lamar Jackson, but
the fact that Lamar was playing the New York Football Giants.
The Giants.
But no, Al-Freaky looked good out there.
I don't know where to go. I don't know. I don't know what order I want to go.
It's weird because I want to give Hurts higher than 3, but I can't give 1 or 2 that 3 spot. I can't give Lamar or Josh a 3 spot.
That's very true. That's very true.
Like, I want to go because he played the Steelers
mm-hmm.
higher, but I don't know.
but I'm not giving. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not giving one of those dudes a 3 spot. I
all
don't know.
right,
So
all right, okay.
Jalen 3. Uh,
Um,
I yeah, I think based off of weight in the game, I gotta go Josh 1.
oh, that's fine. I'll put all my bias pride right into this pick. Um, Lamar's a better quarterback than Josh Allen.
I agree.
Um, he played better. He wasn't given many gimmies that Josh Allen was given in that game, but I don't care. The more I try to go Lamar over Josh, the more like salty I look. So I really don't even like care to
Let's
elaborate.
lean into the salt.
I don't
But
care to really elaborate on why Lamar Jackson is a better quarterback than Josh Allen. It's like, yeah, no, Josh is doing what he's doing. He's putting that team on his back, but Lamar's been doing that, and now that he has Zay developing into an actual receiver and Derrick Henry on his side, and he's playing even fucking better than he has his MVP years, he doesn't deserve it
yeah,
because what the fucking Bills couldn't keep Stephon Diggs around. Like I don't
exactly.
care. I mean, if Stephon Diggs, if that name, and that's just a name, if that name was on that roster and Josh was still doing what he was doing, he's probably not number one in the race. So it is what it is.
Fair.
And Josh is my 2. I'll put Josh at 2. And I'm assuming you got Lamar. Yeah. So Lamar at 2. So yeah,
Yep.
we're just flipped. Hurts at
Yep.
3. Sorry, Jalen, but it's
It is what it is.
it is. It is what it is. Maybe it's bad on us. Maybe we're wrong, but I'm gonna say we're not. All right. College football playoffs, Devin.
Oh.
We got the bracket. It's set. We know who's playing who and who's waiting to play who. I mean, let's
I
just.
didn't realize this is gonna take forever.
Is it gonna take forever?
Like the game. Like usually in college football, there's just so many weeks in between. Like just the big games.
Yeah, but it's
Um,
not. So it's not gonna really take.
it's
The
not
series
taking
is
any
the
longer,
same. Yeah, no. It's.
but there will be more football played in that.
I'm like glad. Like we get more.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
get more football.
Because it's usually like we get the end of the season, we get some bowl games and shit, and then it's over a month, or
Yeah.
usually about a month. It's usually what around New Year's
Yeah.
playoffs and shit.
Well, I mean,
Um,
you got your early. Well, you got all the bowl games going
yeah,
on, and then you have your New Year's Six.
but you kind of forget about
It's
college
the
football a little bit because the NFL really kicks back up, and
it's the New Year's Six to championship gap.
yes, exactly.
That's where the long wait is, which there still is. I mean, the semifinals is the 10th, and then the national championship is the 20th. So there's still a 10 day
Oh damn,
10 day gap in between
that's not that bad.
final 2. But all right, I will say, and maybe this is a spoiler alert, but kind of like we've been saying all year, this format is cool, but we're probably going to end up with the most expected final 4 or
Yeah,
eight or 6, however you want to look at it. So starting from the top, Clemson versus Texas.
easy money. Um, the ACC is cool. Good for Clemson. Way to get in. Texas should handily fuck these boys up.
Yeah, not
No
really.
Quinn Ewers. Quinn hurt still, or I don't know what happened to him.
That is a good question. Let me get the update.
Either way, Arch is good too. So
Well, yeah, I was gonna say it's like honestly, I could probably take you and put you in a
it's
Texas uniform.
definitely not true, but damn, I wonder how bad I would be.
Let's see. Quinn Ewers, football field and his injury. Here we go. Said Monday. Not sure yet that what he'll do when the Longhorn season ends. I'm just trying to win these games. When asked about his future, devoted. So it looks like he's playing. Said he hasn't
Okay.
directly asked about the NFL prospects. Draft stock has dipped amid an uneven, injury-riddled season. I do that. So it looks like he's set to play.
Yeah.
I mean I would assume a player saying I'm just concerned about winning games is going to be playing in those games.
Yeah.
Status. Okay, yeah. Okay, all right. Either way,
He's
doesn't matter. Put my
does not
grandmother
matter.
out there, and Texas is winning this
But
football
no,
game.
like if you put me in an NFL game, you gave me the best O line and the best offense possible. I'm throwing 20 picks.
Nah,
I think so.
we could scheme you up just some screens and bubble routes, and you'll be fine.
Just give me the Trent Dilfer messages.
Oh, dude, yeah, easy money with Shannon Sharp breaking off for 95 yarders.
Yeah.
Tennessee versus Ohio State.
Oh,
Bum, ba-dum, bum,
I got Ohio State. Well, I don't know. Fuck. Ohio State's good. The Big Ten is, I don't think, as good as the SEC still. But I don't like Nico Imavale or whatever the fuck his name is.
Tennessee ain't winning a goddamn thing.
Thank you, sir.
Ohio State's moving right over.
Oh, yo.
And they'll be playing Oregon. Who's
Now, are we doing the full bracket?
Oh yeah, we're gonna give our full bracket. It's March Madness, but just a lot shorter.
You think there's gonna be some? There could be some. There's definitely be some perfect brackets.
Oh, this could easily. I mean, we might have perfect brackets. We might end up with
probably not, but maybe.
Bro, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, SMU versus Penn State.
SMU is cool. They won the ACC, but yeah.
Come on, bro. You keep saying that
Penn
about
State,
every
Penn
team.
State is really not that nice.
But they're beating SMU.
I know. But Penn State ain't like that, bro. I don't think.
And you're saying like I don't know. It might not be that easy. It's pretty Indiana versus Notre Dame.
No, I have no idea how the fuck Indiana got in this bitch.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like
I didn't even realize Notre Dame was playing well until fucking 2 weeks ago.
There's really no other answer. Except
we are CFB. CFP.
CFB. Yeah, you're right. You're there.
Casuals.
CFB casuals, but I mean, how casual do you have to be to know Notre Dame is beating Indiana, or to not know that? I mean, you have to be.
I think that game can be close. Indiana had a great record.
Sure.
Beat nobody, but
sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
Again, I have no idea. I've forgotten a lot about this season.
Now you step into some better matchups.
Yes, real football.
Like Arizona State playing Texas,
or like Arizona State playing the Colorado Buffaloes. Sadly. Yeah, no, that is Arizona State is a weird team. They got that running back. It's a dog.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. If that's the
hill,
if that's the hill Arizona State wants to die on, sure. I mean, they haven't beaten anybody. What their best win? What BYU 14th BYU 16th ranked Kansas State. They no, I don't.
I do want us to draft him though.
These boys are number 4 for absolutely no reason. Texas is walking right by.
Who's number 4?
Arizona State.
That's just because they won the Big 12.
Yeah, that's why they're in their bye week.
Yeah,
that's why they get their bye. But they're sadly it's
give me Tejas.
It's not happening. Texas. Now you got Ohio State versus Oregon. Now you got something that you can actually dig your teeth into.
This was supposed to be the Big Ten championship, but
sure.
Ohio State lost. So I'm taking Oregon, but Oregon played a close one against Ohio State earlier in the year. Got lucky. Not lucky, but the Ohio State quarterback fucked up. That was when he didn't slide in time.
Taking Oregon?
I like Oregon. I like Dan Lanning. Also, he better have an NFL job next year. Or it could be like Chip Kelly and he's got no idea how to run an NFL team.
There's something in my gut. Because, yes, Oregon, they've had a great year. They've like you said, they've beaten Ohio State already. But it's like every year, since the college football playoffs have been announced, that one team that you just couldn't stand seeing in that top 4 and now in this top 12, it's the Ohio State.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in the Final Four again, and nobody's gonna want to see it, and everybody's gonna hate it. But I'm sorry, it's going to happen. Ohio State,
Well,
they're too
Will
pissed
Howard
off
is
about the Michigan bullshit and already losing to Oregon early this season.
it's true.
I think they'll come in and beat Oregon.
Did you see what Ohio State? Actually, fuck Ohio State, bro.
I know. I hate it, bro.
No. Did you see what they're gonna make it a felony if you plant a flag?
Well, they want
Or
to.
they proposed that bill.
They proposed a bill that's never getting passed.
That is
We're not.
Yeah.
That is
Also,
horrible.
fuck you and everything you're about.
But honestly, I think that's more of like not being. That's not like petty. I don't. It's. I will give them
No,
credit.
tell your team not to incite violence.
True, but I'll say I don't think it's just petty like sore loserness. It's more of like we don't want to have cops spraying or macing players and people
Agreed.
again, and like we don't. Maybe
But
we can try
flags
to
get
avoid that.
planted in
But
other
yeah, no,
places.
it's like we don't have to pass an absurd bill because 20-year-olds can't control their emotions.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, that's America.
That is America.
Let me take that back. It's probably gonna get. They're probably gonna get a felony if they plant a flag again.
Nah, I doubt it.
100%. But I am gonna take Ohio State, and I'm gonna move them on to the Final Four. Now we got Boise State going up against Penn State. Devin, is this the final? Is this the final run for the best running back in college football? The Heisman runner-up, the people's Heisman, as some people are saying.
Boise is winning. Penn State, stinky butt cheese, not as good as we thought they are. I don't like their head coach. You see, he was arguing with like a college kid. At one of the games, and he's like, "What's your name?"
Yes.
It's like, "Who are you? What's your name?"
Yes, and it's like why would I tell you who I am?
Yeah, it's like, why can't I talk shit to a fucking head coach? Shut the fuck up. But I mean, Boise played Oregon earlier in the year. Genty had almost 200 yards and a few tutties, or one tutty. Close game.
Can you name who else they've played?
Who? Boise? UNLV. That's about it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is for me a hopeful.
Genty might go and have a beautiful NFL career. And hopefully he walks away with 200 yards and whatever after this game. But Penn State's a better football team. Penn State's going to win. And then Penn State's going to be in the Final Four. And then that's what it's going to be.
But I'm here for the upsets.
Oh, the upsets would be great.
Like
but,
that's
Penn State, at the end of the day, I mean,
the reason behind this. Now, I don't want to see like a fucking Indiana national championship, but now it's a possibility. So cool.
I mean, yeah, if it's Indiana versus Arizona State, I'm not watching it.
No, maybe
I'm not watching. Nope. I can guarantee you, put my life on the line. There's no.
Dude, we've watched every Jake Paul fight. You're telling me you're not going to watch the national championship?
Dude, we're honestly probably going to try to watch the XFL again. So yeah, you're right. We're probably.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
So we probably.
I'm going to watch the Memphis Showboats.
Oh, we're gonna try. We're gonna try
against the
wait.
Brahmas
in the spring. That rollout when I say here it is, and then by the end of March, we don't even know what's going on there. So, anyways, Notre Dame versus Georgia.
Georgia's defense is very good, except for a few bad games in there. But Georgia.
Well, can we talk about the? Georgia dealing with injuries.
Georgia dealing with a reputation.
The Bulldogs are unsure when their star quarterback will return from his UCL injury.
Carson Beck sucks.
But okay, so they win without him?
Yes.
They win without him.
Yes. I think they are better without him. I don't know who their backup is, but Beck is not that guy. He's also got a crazy build.
All
You
right,
seen,
so
bro?
yeah, yes.
Looks like Georgia Eminem, dude.
So one more time though. They win without him.
Yes.
Why?
Because their defense is good, and Carson Beck was a downer to that football team.
I mean, okay, but I don't know, bro. This is, I think this is a little trickier than you think it is. I think this is a little trickier
This is the game that you pick
it is.
to bring out the trickery.
Well, you're sitting here going Carson Beck sucks. Carson Beck doesn't suck. And you're going to sit here and tell me that Gunnar Stockton
It's a cool name,
is
dude.
going to go in there and lead this team to the fucking playoffs?
I think he can.
Dude.
I'm sorry. I might have dementia. Who is Georgia playing in this game?
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I think I don't know, bro.
Again, like I said,
you're tripping. But it's like, okay, if you're that casual, like, do you want to ask me, like, what? Okay, like, ask me.
Why do you ask me?
I mean, Carson Beck's a big reason for why they have 11 wins and 2 losses. It's like he like, bro is a quarterback for their team and has played good enough to get them in the position they're in. They're still the Georgia Bulldogs. Like
DJ Magumbaluba Buttnuts is the same dude who was undefeated last year as the same dude who has 1 win this year.
But the same way we can laugh and point and laugh at Ohio State for losing to Michigan, if Carson Beck is healthy in this game, they're winning.
Bryce Young is the same who took Alabama and won a Heisman.
It's a different world. That's a different world.
You're telling me skinny ass butt?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Well, he's not playing.
Yes. You don't know that. He's got.
Did he tear his UCL?
He's got till January 1st.
Damn.
He's got till January 1st to wait and see. So I'm gonna say, I guess I'll say there's definitely there's a factor in this. If he plays, give me Georgia. If he doesn't play, give me the Notre Dame upset.
Really?
Give me the Notre Dame upset.
Well, I mean, we might not even be seeing a Notre Dame here, so
I think we're gonna see a Notre Dame here.
No, I'm just saying we don't know anything.
Now here's the problem: Notre Dame falling into the semifinals against Penn State really scares me because that's not something I want to see.
Or Notre Dame falling into it against Boise State. Notre Dame could make a push, but Georgia is beating the booty cheeks off of both of them teams.
Yeah, but with who?
I'm telling you, SEC football is still different, bro.
I know SEC football is different, but the SEC football isn't as different when you're playing with your backup quarterback. It's not. All right, fuck it. I'll take Georgia, but if they lose,
you don't have to take Georgia.
If SEC football is that different and that's what it is, all right. Because I'm not playing this if or that game. So sure, fine. Georgia's like that. Georgia wins and moves on. Texas, Ohio. Oh, you got Texas, Oregon. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Texas versus Oregon is your semifinal matchup.
I want Oregon there.
You want Oregon there? Or who you take?
No, I'm saying I think they can win.
So Oregon is going to the national championship.
Yeah.
Over Texas.
See.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just making picks out here. I think that's what's going to happen.
I'm just trying to figure, is SEC football like that or not? Like,
Texas don't count.
Texas runner-up in the SEC.
Don't count yet.
It absolutely counts. They were in the SEC championship their first fucking year in the SEC.
No, I know.
It 100% counts.
Who beat them in the SEC championship?
So I'm gonna take I mean, if I'm gonna gas Texas like that, I'm gonna say they beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
Give me Texas. And if we're gonna gas up Georgia that much, give me the fucking inevitable and what we all knew we were gonna see. At least
Georgia,
top
Texas.
3 matchups in the fucking college football playoffs or in the national championship. Georgia versus Texas is my final prediction
Give
for the
me
national championship.
Oregon versus Boise State. I'm playing. That would be diarrhea.
So you got Georgia playing Boise State in the semifinals.
No, I got Georgia over Boise. So yeah, Oregon, Boise. I think that's a cool matchup. Fuck with it.
So Oregon, Georgia for you. I got Georgia, Texas for me. Who's winning the national championship?
Georgia.
So remember when I said like in the beginning of this we are gonna get the inevitable?
A Georgia Bulldog victory.
Or like a Texas or like this type of matchup. Now with this idea that Carson Beck is going to be healthy, for my theory, your theory is that they're going to go and run with their backup quarterback and make this run. My idea is that Carson Beck is healthy because there could be an easy way where Penn State is playing Notre Dame and we're watching a Texas Notre Dame national championship.
Yeah, we could see a Penn State in there, which I don't think we will by any means.
But a bruised and battered Carson Beck, if he even makes it to the Natty, it's like, do they beat Texas a third time? Give me Texas.
Damn.
Give me Texas.
Damn, you love Carson Beck, bro. That's crazy.
Give me. I don't love Carson Beck, but we're not gonna sit here and act like he fucking isn't. Like this is the one time the starting quarterback goes down, and it doesn't matter.
It's one of the times, yes.
No, I'm not playing that game.
That
is an awful game to play. I'm not playing that game. No world where we're playing that game. I don't care unless you're.
Alabama did it.
Alabama, but that's fucking Alabama. It's Alabama, and that was Saban's Alabama. That's not Alabama.
The Bear.
What's
his name?
That's those two quarterbacks are two starting quarterbacks in the NFL, right now.
Yeah. And where's Stetson Bennett?
Practicing.
So where will Carson Beck?
Carson Beck, I'm not saying he's going far, but where was Stetson Bennett in college?
Top of the top, baby.
Okay, then. So you can.
But
be top of the
who
top
else could have been there?
Trash,
Lord knows.
I'm just saying. So you got Georgia win the national championship. So you love Carson Beck. Fuck you.
Why would I love Carson Beck?
He's still getting a ring regardless.
Fuck him. Who cares?
Yeah, what are you talking about? So you got Georgia. You love Carson Beck. I don't. Texas is winning.
You like Quinn Ewers and Archie Manning.
I'm a Manning guy. Yeah. Yeah. It's not because it's not.
You're definitely
mouth.
not.
It's not meth mouth no more. I like to call it Manning mouth. Just all open and stuff.
That's what the entire Manning cast is. It's just Eli and Peyton.
It's one of them with their mouth open and one of them with their mouths open and one of them yapping.
I know.
Just both of their mouths are open.
You can tell Eli taking a gummy and he's fucking fucking around a little bit.
All right. Final thing before we get out of here. Thursday night football predictions. Denver playing the Los Angeles Chargers.
Amazon's back to their ways, bro. We had some good games in this bitch. Give me the Jeff Bezos special. Can't even think what that would be.
Denver. That's all. That's all I got for you.
Denver. Nah, I think the Chargers need a bounce back to make this interesting. I think the Chargers rip one out. Yeah, Denver's probably going to win, but, these games could go either way.
Dude, these games.
This is why I shit you not. Well, this and many other reasons, but this is why I do not bet. I do not gamble.
No.
Because I got retard brain. Well, I'll just go, fucking bet on them. It's usually wrong.
I mean,
What was our record?
You went 15-1 this week.
Thought so. I was watching. I checked ESPN and I was like,
You went.
"Damn,
You went
what
15-1.
what did I get wrong?"
Bills.
I picked the Lions.
Yeah, you picked the Lions.
Damn,
I got Dallas wrong and Pittsburgh wrong.
Okay.
So
yeah, I was thinking of what games I would have flipped with you on, but
I'm gonna go Denver. Just I mean, I don't know. The Chargers every week it's like I have said maybe since like week 3, just give them an off season.
Yeah.
With Jim Harbaugh and Justin, and just let them
time
work.
to mature. Maybe another year after the next.
This ain't it.
No.
I think Denver honestly is just they just seem a little more confident, a little more just like I don't know.
This Denver shit to me feels like kind of like a Texans thing from last year, where it's like Bo Nix's name in a way. Bo Nix's name is going to start to come up.
Boy, you just put some stock in Bo Nix's name. If that's
no, I'm not saying it will be O'Roy, CJ Stroud level, but I'm just saying like I think that Denver will start to get expectations that they may not deserve.
Yeah, they for sure. If they go out and they're the 6th seed with a 10-11 win season
and a playoff win,
I mean, no, they're definitely going to be given the craziest expectations next year that obviously don't need to live up to.
No.
But all right. So who are you going with?
The Chargers.
Oh, I mean, you confused me. You gassed up Denver for a minute there. I didn't
know.
No,
I'm doing the opposite of gassing up. I think that their stock is too high.
The one thing I do have to mention about this Monday Night Football doubleheader before we get out of here, actually, there's not much. Bears suck. Falcons suck.
Yep.
Raiders suck. Vikings are still good. There's actually nothing. Okay.
I have nothing to talk about.
There's not much else. I thought. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Monday Night Football happened. That was all right.
Yep.
All right, Devin. Well,
I didn't even realize that we didn't even talk about it.
We gave our MVPs. We predicted the college football 12-team bracket. Talked about all of Week 15's games. Is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, Carson Beck does stink. I don't know why, but I feel like standing on that.
I mean, 3,000 plus yards and almost 30 touchdowns would say otherwise, but I mean,
I'm probably wrong. The bro could go be the next Drew Brees or some shit.
No, I'm talking simply just college level.
No, just college, sure.
Georgia's quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know. I had heard the rumblings of Carson Beck.
But I feel like you heard more rumblings of him being trash.
No, this was like pre.
I heard more rumblings of him being trash this year than more rumblings of him being good last year.
Yeah.
You know.
But no, then you watch him play and you see just him.
I just don't think you like Carson Beck.
No, he just I think you look shoulders are rounded over.
I think you look at him and get upset. That's
$175. I do sometimes, but
Carson Beck is not 175 pounds.
He definitely is.
There's no way. How tall is he?
Probably 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, he's 6'4", 220.
Is he really?
So I was about to say, yeah, because he's tall as shit. I knew he wasn't 6'1".
I couldn't tell.
175, bro.
He's
a Georgia's quarterback.
I'm saying 175. Damn. He does look skinny as a mug, bro.
$175. Oh my! No, he's like Trevor Lawrence. He's just tall and skinny.
Trevor got buff though. Trevor got big. Buff's a gay word, but
yeah, a little bit. All right, let's go. Let's get out of here. We gotta go. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of On It. Brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. We'll be back on Saturday to talk all of Week 16 games, preview all of those games, talk Thursday Night Football, talk all the shit, Devin. Hopefully you enjoy. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Insert Tyler the Creator bar from Hot 97.